Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat. Here I am with basically me covering the last week of news of Toonami. A lot has happened over this week. As you might know, I've been out of town and I haven't been able to cover this. So let's just go in chronological order. Tuesday morning, we got the ratings for that past Saturday. And in order, we got My Hero Academia at a .20, One Punch Man at a .18, Dr. Stone at a .20, Fire Force at a .17, Food Wars at a .19, Demon Slayer at a .17, Black Clover at a .16, Golden Wind at a .15. The special is Lupin Still Burning at a .13, the short Scavengers at a .12, and a rerun of Attack on Titan at .11. Like, on the surface, you look at My Hero Academia dropping all at a .20, and you would say it's a horrible week. It dropped. That and Dr. Stone are the only things they've eclipsed .20. However, I see this more as a return to a new normal. What I think this proves is the fact that The Forge inflated the ratings for My Hero Academia since it aired, I believe, during the commercial break during My Hero Academia. So, and note, Nielsen, how they do the ratings is that they follow the amount of people who are watching during the commercial break of the show that is around. So if you're like watching like My Hero Academia and then like I'm just gonna bail for 3 minutes because it looks like it's commercial, then come back, then you're actually not counted. And anyhow, more people did tune in during the commercials because there was something important here. There was the Forge coming in, and I already mentioned that with the new stylistic change that Toonami had. I have in a different video for that. And again, what this shows is that a lot of people were there just for that, not for My Hero Academia, and from that it dropped. But most of these other shows in the block actually went up a bit. So My Hero Academia is kind of pulling in a disappointing number right now, but it seems like virtually everything after it is at least doing a pretty good job of holding, if not building, on the show in front of it. This goes all the way through the block up until like is Lupin Still Burning, but again, it's the last we're gonna probably ever see Lupin the third, considering how the mangaka of it, Monkey Punch, did pass away. So I think that's the last thing we'll ever actually see of Lupin the Third, which is kind of sad considering how long that manga's been running. It's been running since I think the 60s or something insanely long like that. But again, I digress. Again, we'll have a marathon of, I believe, it's not one. We have a marathons the next 2 weeks of, I believe, not Doctor Stones, of one of which is One Punch Man, and the other one is, I think, Doctor Stone. I'm not 100% certain. I don't remember for some weird reason. It's not Food Wars because we had that this past Thanksgiving. But again, two marathons. And then the next time we'll get Toonami is January 4th, 2020. Speaking of January 4th, 2020, we have a new schedule for that date. And this is the first prediction I've made right in a long time. The fact that we're going to get a new schedule for this date. So I'm going to revel a little in that. Although, here's kind of the disappointing part of this week because I don't really love the schedule. And let me just sum up the schedule as 11 o'clock, we have My Hero Academia. 11:30, we'll get Dr. Stone. Midnight, we're getting One Punch Man. 12:30, we're getting Fire Force. 1 o'clock, we're getting Food Wars. 1:30, we're getting Demon Slayer. Black Clover's at 2. Golden Wind's at 2:30. Shippuden's at 3. The Promised Neverland will rerun at 3:30. And then Attack on Titan will keep rerunning at 4 o'clock. Now, the most notable two notable things about this are A, Lupo the Third is being replaced by a rerun in The Promised Neverland. More on that show later. As you can see with this picture I have in front of you, it's pretty important to these news. And then Dr. Stone flip flopping with One Punch Man. Here's the thing, One Punch Man, I think, has only 2 episodes to go. So it seems kind of weird on the surface to flip it this late in the run. If there's any episodes that might get more people to go to the block, it's going to be the 2 episodes upcoming in the start of the new year. We have Dr. Stone, which is consistently done well. I'll say it's probably been the second most consistent show in the block behind My Hero Academia for the past couple months or so. So it's understandable how it got promoted. And also, like I mentioned earlier, I believe, there's an announcement came out that Dr. Stone is getting a second season. Very successful show. and it's one of the few anime that throughout the year has really maintained the hype, which is something that some other anime like Fire Force, which is still at 12:30, really hasn't been able to do. And another couple notable things that I keep predicting Food Wars is getting knocked down the schedule, but it stays at 1 o'clock stubbornly. And then you have Demon Slayer, a show, like I've been said, extremely hyped up all year, and it's still at 1:30. Like, it's just weird, in my opinion. Like, I can understand with all the gore and stuff how it's debatably an even darker show than what you usually get on Toonami, why it would be put this late, but again, it's an anime that has done absolute gangbusters in Japan. The reception for it seems to be pretty positive here in the United States. It seems kind of odd it's getting this kind of middle of the block slot. Everything other than that, I can understand happening. I think at this point, Black Clover is just super glued to 2 a.m. I don't think it's been different from that for like 7, 8 months now or something. And also, Shippuden's always going to be the last quote unquote premiere, although many people would debate that fact that it's a quote unquote premiere. Now, like I said with the Promised Neverland earlier, the biggest and definitely the best news of this past week relating to Toonami is the fact that Promised Neverland will have a second season and it will debut in Japan in October of 2020. I mentioned this, I think, when Promised Neverland ended, that there was very little talks at the time of when the second season would be out. Like, considering how well it was received in Japan, how extremely well received it was here in the United States, it seemed like a Sherlock. It was gonna get more episodes, more of the manga was gonna be adapted for the screen, and like I said, it's gonna air in Japan in late 2020, which means Toonami will still be around by then. It's a sure lock that Toonami will get season 2 of Promised Neverland. The thing is, it'll probably be sometime in 2021 now because of how slow the show is being made. Although the upside with that is maybe if they're taking this much time to make season 2, then it's going to be amazing, like how the first season was. Although that's what a lot of people said about One Punch Man season 2 as well. So I mean, stay tuned for that one. But again, I'm excited. My opinion, hands down, the best anime of 2019. Definitely, I would say among the top 5 anime of this decade. It's an anime that if there's anyone walks up to me and asks me what anime should I watch if you want to watch something that's just amazing, and I say The Promised Neverland because I can't find that many faults. There's a couple small nitpicks here and there, but that's the only anime that's aired this past 3 or 4 years where I can solidly, consistently call it a 10 out of 10 anime. A lot of anime are like 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, but The Promised Neverland was the best anime of 2019. I absolutely loved it. Well done from start to finish. I was excited. I look forward to it every Saturday, and I'm excited that there'll be more Saturdays with The Promised Neverland in the future. What do you guys think? What's your opinions on Toonami's ratings for this past week? What do you think about this current schedule? And what's your thoughts on The Promised Neverland? Do you love it? Are you excited for season 2? Leave your opinions down below. I love reading them. If you like this content, if you want more Toonami news content, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button. I'm Super Orange Cat, and that is all.